to HOTT, the Hybrid and Online Teacher Training course at Craven Community College. In this tutorial, we will discuss withdrawals, drops, and last day of attendance in Web Adivisor. So in a previous tutorial, I demonstrated how to mark a student's first day of attendance in an online or hybrid course. In this tutorial, I will demonstrate how to mark a student's last day of attendance in Web Attendance Tracking. A useful tool when determining important dates is the Campus Life and Student Engagement Calendar. This calendar can be accessed by going to our Craven CC website and simply typing in calendar in the search bar. Select the first link that comes up, and this calendar will show us some important dates that are important for students and important for you as the online teacher. So let's take a look. So let's go back to May because that's when this semester started, and we can see when classes begin. We can also see the 75% refund date for 10 and 8-week term courses. This actually corresponds to the census date, although to be safe you should always look on your web attendance screen as I shared in a previous tutorial, but most of the time this will actually be the census date. We have the faculty enrollment verifications date, and that's the date that you need to turn your census report into your department chair or whomever you are supposed to turn yours into, and they will let you know. So in June, we can see that we have the last day to appeal final grades. We have last day to apply for summer semester. This is an important date, last date to withdraw from class or audit for the 8-week term. So this date will matter as we mark our last day of attendance and our grades in web attendance and grading. So we're going to see how that works in a minute, but I wanted to show you where to find these dates. Now if yours is not an 8-week term, mine is not, mine's a 10-week term, I would need to keep looking for this last date to withdraw from class or audit. If a student is failing or has not attended 80% of your course before the official withdrawal date, you will then need to go into your Moodle course and determine the last assignment that the student completed and mark that as the student's last day of attendance in web attendance. In addition, that student will receive a W for the class instead of an F, which would be a failing grade, since they were withdrawn before the date of withdrawal. Let's take a look at how this is done in Web Attendance Tracking. I will log into Web Adivisor and select Web Attendance Tracking, Attendance Tracking. I want to back this screen up because I know that the students that I am going to mark as an L for the last day of attendance attended on the 9th. And so if I do this, it will take me automatically to that week in web attendance, and it'll save me some time of going to previous and next screens. So since I've already looked up the date, and their date was June 9th, their last assignment completed in my class, if I type that in here, it just takes me right to that screen. And I will select my summer class and submit. And so here on this screen, I can mark an L for these students, showing that this is their last day of attendance. And then of course I'm going to certify that I'm submitting this attendance via electronic transmission, and I will not make this my final submission. That will be done at the end of class, and then I will submit. You may have students who end up either not attending at least 80% of your course or receiving a failing grade in your course before you enter final grades at the end of the semester and after that withdrawal date. In that case, you're still going to mark an L in the web attendance tracking screen for their last day of class, but the difference is when you do your grading, which is here, that student will receive an F, and the students who received the L before the last day to withdraw will receive a W for withdrawn. So it depends on that date whether they're going to get a withdraw for their grade or whether they're going to get an F. So that date is very important. Finally, it is important to note that you will not need to record the last day of attendance for any other students in web attendance tracking. So that's it. Thank you for joining me for this hot topic of recording withdrawals and last date of attendance. See you next time.